How's it going, folks? Stu here. 2 hands up this time. Feels weird. Should I have drawn attention to it? Probably not. Consider this intro an important PSA because we got a new Mia Hansen-Løve film out, which is big. After last year's trip to Bergman Island, which was a delight, she hopped back on the plane over to France, and now we've got One Fine Morning, which is an incredibly apt title for a film like this because let me tell you, any morning that starts with a new Mia Hansen-Løve joint is fine in my books. So One Fine Morning is of course written and directed by Mia Hansen-Løve, and it stars Lea Seydoux as this interpreter that is going through quite a tumultuous period in her life. Her philosopher father is getting increasingly ill, and she finds herself at the same time entangled in a relationship with a married man. As you can imagine, very ripe for some good old Mia Hansen-Løve drama, and man, this film definitely delivers and then some. I just quickly fell into a very comfortable and lovely state watching this film, which I think is something that happens with all Mia Hansen-Løve films I've seen. But she does have this kind of almost otherworldly talent as a director to quickly kind of get you on board and comfort you and let you know that you're in safe hands. Just let me just do my thing, right? You're gonna have a good time. And this was a really lovely, charming, affecting little French drama, which are all of the adjectives I'd use to describe most of Mia Hansen-Løve's work anyway. But used here to tell this story, it just all works really, really well. I love Hansen-Løve's ability to kind of take these, I suppose, broadly quite, I don't want to say cliche, but you know, themes and motifs and emotional relationships that we've seen done before. Take those and just kind of mine them in her own way in order to effectively deliver something which feels fresh and which feels engaging. Undeniably, under a lesser director, this film might have come off as incredibly sort of by the numbers and cliche, because this is a film which deals with a lot of things that we have seen done before in other French dramas. It's almost like a kind of French drama bingo card of a film, right? But Mia Hansen-Løve's sensibilities as a director mean that you just sort of check that cynical vibe at the door, right? Like it's hard not to fall in love with her films like this. And that's my favorite thing about pretty much all of Hansen-Løve's filmography, and it's no different here, is that she has that kind of genuine sincerity to her filmmaking. It's not a film interested in all these different bells and whistles. It's not a film that's interested in doing anything particularly groundbreaking. It just has characters and relationships that it wants to explore. That's really all it is. It touches on a lot of relatable emotions and beats that I think anyone that's had to go through losing a family member, or not specifically losing a family member, but you know, seeing a family member deteriorate in their illness, in their health. Those situations create such incredibly complex emotions that everyone sort of experiences a little bit differently, and that have so many kind of external factors impacting them. And I love the way that Hansen-Løve frames that specific storyline and those specific emotions within this central character's other relationships. That's the meat of this film, and that's what is so interesting about watching Lea Seydoux as she goes through this film. And it helps that Lea Seydoux is so good as well. I mean, I love her in pretty much anything she does. I think she's a brilliant actress, and she has done some amazing work before. But she's really fantastic here in a performance which never feels too showy and reflects the direction and the writing so wonderfully in the it's kind of brimming with these emotions which you know are down there, and I do peek their head through at different points, but on the whole it's just a very natural and sort of reserved performance that again make for just such a genuine and sincere character within the world of this film. I feel like I think this about pretty much all of Mia Hansen-Løve's work, so it feels like it's not worth bringing up, but it looks great as well. Cinematographer Denis Lenoir, who has worked with Mia Hansen-Løve before, is again creating just a real warmth in all of the frames of this film, and it complements the writing, it complements the direction, it complements the performances so well. And the result of that is that everything is sort of bleeding into each other to create this genuine kind of heartfelt atmosphere. It's incredibly cliche at this point to sit and review a dramatic film and say things like it feels natural and it feels real and it feels honest. All those buzzwords that you would expect to see from anyone talking about a good drama film. I almost can't not use them here though, because they do feel so relevant to Mia Hansen-Løve's aesthetics as a filmmaker. There's just a genuine, real humanity to the way she navigates relationships, the way she navigates situations and characters on screen. And in the latter half of this film, there's some genuinely very affecting, just small touches, right? Small beats in the film that do a lot. I think its biggest hurdle is that feeling of seeing a lot of this stuff done before in French cinema, but honestly, I don't care if it's being done by Mia Hansen-Løve, right? I'm a strong advocate for films being fine to do stuff that's been done before, as long as it's being executed well, and as long as it is making you feel something, do it. Thoroughly love this one. Another great gem from Mia Hansen-Løve. But what about you guys? Have you caught One Fine Morning yet? It's at the film festival currently, so if you have had a chance to check it out, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we'll have a little chat. And of course, if you like this video and you want to see me talk about more shit, go ahead and click subscribe. Buttons down there. And you can also find my social links down there, my letterbox, my Twitter, you name it, I'm on it. I only on a few. I will see you guys soon for some more thoughts on more films, but until next time, how do I like make a blanket of Mia Hansen-Løve films? Like, if that was possible, I would wrap myself in it forever and never leave.